Good morning, guys. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. I've woken up to snow, as you can see behind me. I don't know if it's like that in the whole of London, but in southeast London this morning it's snowing. So feeling very, very Christmassy today. I've got to go get my Christmas tree. Have you got yours yet? I'm a little bit, well, I feel like I'm not late. I used to get them a lot later, but decorations seem to be going up earlier and earlier and earlier. So I think with it snowing, today's the perfect day to go out and get the tree. But also, as you've seen, making some chocolate orange, healthy chocolate orange truffles, which also, if you don't like the orange, you can obviously take out the orange. You don't have to have that in, but obviously it's quite Christmassy, chocolate orange, probably because the Terry's chocolate orange. It's probably good marketing more than anything. But I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee because I've been dashing around so much. I haven't had time for a coffee yet this morning. And just wait for a few of you to join me. Let me know if you are popping on. And I just realised I haven't found a bit of kit that I'm going to need. Bear with me a moment. I'll have a rummage through my drawers. There it is. That's what we want. Okay. So there's a few different ways you can make these, and I've just realised this morning I wanted. There's someone. Hello, Emily. How are you? I've not seen you for a long time. Thanks for popping on. So I realised I didn't have any maple syrup, so I'm using dates. The recipe is pretty flexible, to be honest. So I'm popping in some dates, but you could use a couple of tablespoons of maple syrup. They're a little bit like the protein energy balls that I make, but a bit more chocolatey. We're going for a lot more chocolate today. So I've got some nuts. You can use almonds, or you can use hazelnuts, or you can do a mix, whatever you like. I know a lot of people are actually intolerant to almonds, so obviously just go for hazelnuts if they're all good for you. I'm just going to make sure I've got everything prepped up before I get started. And these, honestly, they only take 10 to 15 minutes to make. You literally bung everything in the food processor and then roll them into balls and put them in the fridge. Done. Today I'm also using coconut oil in this recipe. I tell you what, while I wait for a few people to come on, because I know there's a few people joining today, I will let you know what I'm using. I have got raw cacao powder. I also have some nibs, which you can either pop in to the balls or you can roll them in some nibs. So I'll start getting noisy in the background. I can hear people up and about upstairs. Chia seeds, probably not going to use these, but if you didn't want to use dates, you could soak these in the orange juice that we're going to use and they will help bind. I might pop some of those in, they're a good bit of extra protein. Coconut oil. Again, some people are intolerant to coconut, so you could use the chia seeds to bind rather than the coconut oil, but I'm going to go for that today. Oranges, and if you were just doing chocolate and you wanted to put a little bit of chilli in, you could add in some chilli flakes. Anything goes in these, really. That's why they're so good, they're really versatile. So I'm going to use the 150 grams of hazelnuts that I've got in here. If you're there, say hi, and do share this video if you think anyone else would be interested. Obviously, these are a slightly healthier version of chocolate truffle, but if you eat them all, they're still not going to be good for you, because at the end of the day, you're trying to lose weight and you need to make sure that you're burning more calories than you're eating. So if you're going to scoff them all, not necessarily the best idea, but they are a bit healthier. They're going to give you some sustained energy as well, rather than that kind of sugar high and low that we get in the afternoon. So they're good to take into work with you if there is a lot of chocolate flying around already. I mean, obviously eat chocolate at Christmas, but it tends to start at the beginning of December these days. That means you end up the whole of December just gorging and you come to the end of it feeling a little bit grotty. So these are just a good substitute and they will give you sustained energy, make you feel good, fill you up, full of nice nutrients, and they taste pretty good too. So bonus. Right, I'm going to get started. So this is going to be a bit noisy. I'm going to stand and drink my coffee while I put the food processor on. But we want these, so it's 150 grams of hazelnuts that have gone in. We want these to be like a fine, hi Rebecca! I've just been speaking to you, haven't I, on Messenger. Done my photos, which is amazing, can't wait to see them. So we want this to be like a fine powder, really. So I'm going to just stick that on for a little bit, make a load of noise in the house, wake everyone up. Let's see. There, nearly done. As it gets quieter and quieter, it's going into a fine powder. Okay, do that a little bit longer, but it's getting there, pretty much there. almost done. And like I said, you can do a mix of hazelnuts and almonds, or you can just use almonds, or just use hazelnuts, do what you like. I'm just using hazelnuts today. I love hazelnuts. Always go well with chocolate as well. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So that's 150 grams of hazelnuts, now in quite a fine powder, almost like flour. And then I've got an orange here. In fact, I probably should have done the zest first. I want the zest of an orange, as well as some of the juice, but I probably should have zested it first before I cut it in half. Right, so I'm just going to pop that straight in. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to put it on the board, it's easier, and then pour it in so it doesn't go everywhere. So I'm just going to basically take some of the zest off to go in. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to add in the orange, if you're not keen on chocolate orange, then just do chocolate ones. Just put lots of cacao in, which is going in next. So I've also weighed out and pitted 100 grams of dates as well, which are going to be going in. So nice and sticky. They sweeten it. They also help to the mixtures stick together as well. Okay, nearly there. Mind your fingers when you do this. That's why it's sensible to keep the whole orange while you do it. Oh dear. Schoolgirl error. Okay, so popping that in, and I think I'm going to do the other half as well. So that would be a full orange with the zest going in, and you nice to do that. So just popping that in. These are a great alternative for the kids as well, because I know, you don't want them munching away on chocolate all December. So if you've got kids, they're going to love these. And you can make them with them as well, because they're so easy to make. And they don't take up too much time. I'm just going to zest the rest of the orange. If you're joining me this morning, do say hi. Pop on and say hi. It's nice to see who's there. No, I'm not talking to myself. I see there's a few people there. Right. Okay, nearly there. So just the whole of the orange. Popping that in as well. Okay, and then I'm going to squeeze the juice in. And like I said, if you don't want to use dates, you could juice the oranges. You could do 2 oranges and just soak like a tablespoon or 2 of chia seeds for a few minutes in the orange juice. They turn into like a gloopy kind of egg mix almost, so they're really good for binding. So if you don't want to use dates, but then you're definitely going to want to put some kind of sweetener in there, so then you probably want to add in some maple syrup, which is what I did want to do. Right, I'm going to squeeze the whole orange into the mix as well. That's a nice juicy orange. Okay. So I think I want the whole one, but I'll see. It's actually really juicy. It's a good orange. The right time of year for them. Okay. Squeeze that in. I'm going to pop in the dates as well. So that was 100 grams of dates. You can play around with it though. Obviously, if you're making up a bigger batch, put in more dates. And then I might squeeze I'm going to squeeze the rest of the orange juice in. Why not? Okay, so that's one whole orange juice, orange gone in, the juice of one whole orange, there we go, got it out. Okay, so actually I'm going to blitz that and then I'm going to add in the cacao to make it nice and chocolatey. So another blitz. Already kind of binding itself a little bit, so we've got a little bit of a paste there now, which is perfect. That's what we want. So now we just need to, oh, there's lots of people jumping on. Good morning. Chocolate truffles are obviously popular. Lots of people popping on and off this morning. Do say hi below if you're there. Are you a chocoholic? I love chocolate, but I don't like the way that normal chocolates make me feel if I gorge on them. So these are the perfect solution. Right, I'm going to pop in the cacao now. So I'm going for You put 2 to 3 tablespoons. So that's just raw cacao powder for those that are just joining. Put in 3, let's make them nice and chocolatey. Okay. For those just joining me, I've got 150 grams of hazelnuts in there that I made into a really fine powder using the food processor. So 150 grams of that. Then a zest from a whole orange, and then the juice from a whole orange. And then the cacao's just gone in to make it nice and chocolatey. I was going to use coconut oil, I still might, but it's actually stuck together quite well without it. But let's see, if you like coconut oil, then obviously pop it in. To get some of that off around the side, so it mixes in properly. Make sure it's all going to mix in. Might need to add a little bit more juice actually to just loosen it up a little bit. Okay. Looking good. Nice and chocolatey. Has everyone else got snow this morning? For those that are just joining me, waking up to snow. You can see behind me in my garden. Which is, don't get it that often in London, so it's nice. Okay. And see if we can blend that, and if not, then I'll add a bit more liquid in. So you could add a bit of water, you could add some coconut oil or some more juice, orange juice. Okay, so that's looking good. It's going to need a little bit more of a mix. But it's looking perfect, nice and chocolatey. So you've got the dates in there as well, I forgot to say that to those that have just come on. So to sweeten it, because obviously cacao's not very sweet, you can pop in maple syrup, and or you can pop in dates. But I didn't have any maple syrup, I actually would have gone for maple syrup today, but I didn't have any. Let's just have a taste and just make sure that's got enough orange in it. I might squeeze some more in. Have a taste. So it's looking like that now, really nice and chocolatey. Hi Sarah. Windy. Oh, I haven't been outside yet. Oh, hi Hayley, how are you? They taste good, they're ready. So I didn't actually use the coconut oil. The dates were enough. Mouthful now. The dates were enough, and 1 whole orange. Perfect. I'd probably actually put a little bit too much cacao in, so I probably would go with 2 tablespoons. Obviously it depends how much the rest of the mix you've got in. If you're making up a bigger batch, if you've got more nuts, then just eyeball it, as they say. Just see how much it looks, you know, but you want this sort of texture where you can now roll it. So I'm just going to take a little bit. I don't want them too big. A little bit like that, and just roll it. And you can roll them in. If you want to add other bits, you can roll them in some orange zest. If you want to put some more zest on, you could do coconut ones. You could take out the orange, do coconut. Honestly, there's so many combinations. If you don't like the orange, you can take out the orange and just do chocolate. You can roll them in cacao nibs or just more cacao powder. So nice and dusted. There we go. Perfect. So guys, like I was saying at the beginning, I don't know if there are a few new people come on since then. These are just a little bit healthier. They give you sustained energy, don't give you those highs and lows that other chocolates do. And you know, go and enjoy chocolate at Christmas, why not? But as I was saying earlier, it kind of seems to start earlier and earlier at the moment. So you end up eating chocolate for the whole of December and getting to the end of it and not really feeling very good. Obviously a few pounds heavier. We go into the new year feeling a bit sluggish, but I think it's nice to go into a new year feeling good. So there's always a backup option, a healthier option. You could even give these for Christmas presents. They're really easy to make. Put them in a nice little cellophane bag with a ribbon. If you know someone that's sort of healthy but likes their chocolate. No, it's not my mum's recipe, it's mine. I think mum would do just the full-on naughty truffles, and why not? They taste delicious. But this is my recipe. Well, I say it's my recipe, there's lots of these out there. They're kind of like protein balls, similar, but we've just got a bit more chocolate going on. There's another one. So I'm not going to roll them all while you're on, but you can see they look like little truffles. They taste, you can't taste them, unfortunately, I'll have to send you some in the post. If you want some, comment below. I'll send them in the post. But really nice, really good, you know, treat for the kids as well. It's still nice and rich, but you haven't got so much sugar going on. You've still got sugar from the dates. So like I said earlier, if you are just popping on, obviously quantity-wise, don't go crazy and eat a whole bag of them. Just pop a couple in, good for that mid-afternoon slump. If everyone else is eating chocolate around you in the office, then, you know, let's put these on a plate so you can see what we've got. And like I said, you could roll them in more cacao powder or nibs. You want them in the post? Yeah, Emily, they're brilliant to make because they're so easy. Like, I just saw it literally takes about 10-15 minutes. I mean, I'm talking and you know, make them in no time, just got to clear up afterwards. There's not too much of a mess, but I'm going to post the recipe afterwards if it got a little bit confusing along the way. But there you go, that's it, guys. Nice little, I'm going to eat one. Nice, they're so good. So I'll post the recipe above this video. Didn't talk in my mouth full, they're really gooey. You can keep them in the fridge as well, which obviously keeps them nice and cold, but you don't have to. But that's it, just keep on rolling. I reckon I've probably got about 15 to 20 maybe in there. These are quite small, doing small ones. When I do protein balls, I do them a lot bigger, but obviously these are little chocolates, so that's it. I will post the recipe afterwards, but it was 150 grams of hazelnuts. You can use almonds or a combination, whatever you have in the house. 100 grams of dates, 1 whole orange, juice from the orange as well as the zest, that all went in. I remember now. I put in 3 tablespoons of cacao, but actually for those quantities 2 would have been enough. And that was it, wasn't it? Boom, done, easy. Blitz in the blender. Obviously blitz the nuts first so you get powder. Hey Monica, good to see you on. And guys, I'm trying not to talk with my mouth full. If you haven't jumped over to my private group yet, please do. I'm going to post another link to it again today on my page. There's going to be a lot more of this going on in there. At the moment we're on a workout challenge, but don't let that put you off if you're not into exercise or you're waiting until January. There are going to be some other recipes like this going on in there. There's basically going to be a lot more stuff, so if you're into all this and you want sort of some healthy options, tasty options, food-wise, recipes, things like that, body weight workouts that you can do anywhere. And literally we're doing 10-minute workouts. Well, I've just put them up to 12 this week, so we're on week 2. So we're doing 12-minute workouts, body weight, join in, it's loads of fun. Do head over to the group and I will add you in, but I'm not one for just adding people in willy-nilly. I want people in there that want to be in there, but I'm just trying to create a lovely little community. I think we're up to 124 so far and only started just over a week ago. So head on over, there's links on my page and I will pop another one in today. So head over, ask to be added. But thanks for joining me this morning. Have a lovely Sunday. I hope you've got some snow, or maybe you don't like snow, so it's just a thin layer here. But I think I'm off Christmas shopping today before I have to jump on and do my Facebook Live workout over in the group later tonight. So I will see some of you there. I'm going to have to press my boyfriend's phone with dirty hands, but I'm going to go for it. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day. Nice to see a few of you on. Bye.